Okay guys, so welcome to the first episode of Axis 6 Productions. My name's Alex. This is just my personal YouTube channel. I'm just going to be doing like some urban exploration. I'm a really big robotics nerd, so we're going to get into some robotics videos, control systems, and then daily projects I've got going on, as well as some high voltage and high energy physics, which we'll get into later. You know, maybe we'll do some computer and coding stuff along the way. Just see what happens. So this is the first daily vlog, whatever the hell you want to call it. But today we're dealing with this 90s era, I want to say it's 1996 Nissan pickup truck. That's my dad's, but I'm daily driving it. It needs a lot of work though. It's been in like 2 front end collisions. That was my fault. And it's real dirty. It was way worse. Ran into the car wash twice and pulled about 500 pounds of stuff out of the back of it that was covered up with a camper shell. That's all taken care of now, so let's get into it and see what else this truck needs. Alright, so back again. First objective of today is really simple. That's just, this thing needs an oil change. So there's the oil and the filter. We got our jack stand, our oil catch pan, a piece of carpet, and we got a rag, you know, wrenches, tire iron, jack stand, car ramps, whatever the heck we want. Second objective is change out the shocks. Now this is where I'm really out of my element, and you guys are gonna get to see me do a whole lot of learning and trial and error, because I've got to get the shocks changed, and I've never done anything like that on a truck before or a car. Closest thing was like I did a brake change, so that's going to be interesting. You're probably going to see me curse a lot. Let's get right into it. Let's see if the hood pops the first time. Fuck, no, it will not. This is probably going to take like 20 tries, because the stupid door mechanism or hood mechanism latch is fucked up. Oh, there it goes. Sweet, because as you can see, the hood's got a bit of a curve to it. Now I've got a replacement one right over there that's going to get put on later. That'll be another episode. But as of right now, we've got the old hood on. Alright, well, this is where I'm out of my element, because how the hell do you only do this with one hand and hold the camera in the other? So I decided to cut the video because apparently some things I'm just going to have to do two-handed, and that's not going to quite work when I only have one hand because of the camera. Anyway, so here's a dirty-ass engine bay, and the oil fill right there. So that's where we're going to put the oil in. It's at 5,000 miles since the last oil change, so I know it needs a change. So let's get into doing that. First thing is jack the truck up. And here's where I got a problem, because I don't know where the jack point is. I think, I don't know why my camera is so far zoomed in. I'm gonna have to figure that out because I'm on a smartphone, but I think I can just go to this rail. Yep, that seems like the place I'm gonna do it. The other thing I'm gonna do while I'm under here is like check out the steering rack and that kind of stuff, because I think it might need some other maintenance. Shitty jack, shitty jack. What I would do for a better jack. There we go. This might be better with wheel ramps for the oil change, to be honest, but I'm just gonna go with the flow. Is my mic making any noise yet? Squeak, squeak, squeak. A brand new mic and I broke the stand. Okay. Do-do-do. Jack stand. Woohoo! I don't know how all these other YouTubers make this shit look so easy. It is stupid hard trying to do something and then film yourself doing it at the same time. One jack stand. Because I don't know where the hell the other one went. Okay, you're going in the center. This is super safe. Oh shit, okay. That was not sketchy at all. I really need to find that other jack stand. That's kind of sketchy. Where the hell is it? Welcome to the mess that is my life. Can you guys find the jack stand before I can? Where the hell is it? Oh yeah, there's some Dash mining rigs. You can tell how well that turned out by the fact that they're off. Where in this godforsaken pile of mess is the other jack stand? You would think it would not be hard to put it in a place where you could find it. Like, it's a big red thing. Okay, well, let's just deal with this sketch. Let me push test. And then the other side. Okay, that's not really going anywhere, so. Nope. Okay. Let's go ahead and get underneath the car and do the oil change. But first, let's go pop the oil cap off. Shit. Come on. Jesus. Okay. So that way, like, air can get in when we drain it from the bottom, and we know all the oil's coming out. So my dad gave me 10W40, which is like good for the summertime apparently because it's thicker. But what I don't know is how much oil it actually wants. He gave me 5 quarts, which I know is more than enough. But does it want 4? Does it want 4.5? Do I have an owner's manual? And yeah, this is it, like, cleaned out, by the way. There was cassette tapes, all kinds of shit in here. Now it's just tools and some paperwork, which is what I wanted. Cleaned out 4 or 5 like office boxes, well, maybe 3 or more office like moving boxes worth of stuff just from back here. Now it's like just fire extinguisher, coolant, travel kit, that kind of stuff. By the way, there's a light that needs to be fixed because when I got into the wreck, this bottom mount broke. And that was fine, like I just pushed it in and friction held it in place because it still had this top one. Well, the freaking problem is, I didn't think about that when I ran it through the washing machine, or the car wash. So it ripped itself off and was just kind of dangling there. So now that's off, I gotta get a replacement one. Amongst so many other issues with this truck. But at least now, hey, empty bed. Yeah, I can put stuff back there now. It was filled with a whole lot of wood and blankets, like for moving stuff, brake rotors, all kinds of other nonsense, as well as like boxes upon boxes of stuff from his old work, my dad's old work. Like, there's just cool shit in here for days. What do we got? We got, do you wanna, what the hell is that? Micro pump. I think there's an x-ray head in here. Like, that's some kind of piece of test equipment we'll get into later. About 500 big fucking APC power strips. So like, power distribution for my electronics lab or whatever. No problem. Because I have got a shit ton of them. Like, look at that. X-ray power cable. All kinds of nonsense. It was loaded up back there. So, and it was covered by that. That dirty, shitty old camping hood. Just so you know how dirty that was, that's about how dirty the entire truck was. I was surprised to find out that there was actually paint underneath all of that. Alright, anyway, that single jack stand is pretty jank, but I'm fairly certain that even if the truck did fall, I would not get squished, because if you just look at the rear end, even with it jacked up, I'm pretty sure my tiny ass can fit underneath that. So, let's get to work. And to work we go. So that's just a raggedy piece of carpet for me to lean on or lay on, whatever the hell. Oil filter, oil. For when I need to get underneath there. Wrenches. Catch can and rag. Alright, let's see if my skinny butt fit underneath here. Oh shit. Okay. On second thought, this might actually be closer to the ground than I thought. I might not be too comfortable with that jack stand setup just yet. Okay.
yeah, by the looks of how close all this is to my face, considering that is about an inch away from my nose, jacked up, I'm gonna go to ramps. I'm gonna go to ramps. That's not gonna work. So let's jack that back up. Come on, Shitty Jack. Come on, Shitty Jack. Do 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 do. Come on, Shitty Jack. Wham bam. Thank you, ma'am. Let's get that out of here. Hello, car ramps. I will be back in a minute. All right, car ramps. Here we go. So, ramp the first. Have I told you that I haven't done car ramps? This is my first time. Absolutely the safest thing in the world to be doing when you don't know what you're doing. But hey, that's exactly what this channel is all about. Me learning shit I don't know on the fly and trying not to get myself killed. Let it down with all the grace and poise that ever was. So, I'm gonna get the tripod and you're gonna get to see whatever calamity unfolds when I try and drive up these things. Who knows? Let's get ye old tripod. Shit, voice crack. Tripod. And give you guys a first-person view of a calamitous situation. Hi, Mom. Well, all I can say is, thank God it's a truck. As you can see, I kind of overshot. Yeah. Overshot the ramps. Just a little bit. Round two. Let's try that again. And maybe, just maybe, it'll go better this time. Let me see what I'm doing this time. Might help. got it that time. Maybe. Well, that one looks about right. How about the other side? All right, fuck it. I think we're in business. Now, it is kind of on a tilt this way. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? Yeah, here. It's kind of tilted that way just a little bit. I think it's okay. Let's go push on the truck and see what happens. I got the parking brake on, and it's in park and off and all that nonsense. Okay, it's looser, but I'm definitely more comfortable with this than the jack stand because there's more space for my face. Let's change the oil around too and hope I don't die. Let's go. In the process though, and this might be a little bit of a problem, you might not be able to see this just yet. Shit. Oh hey, that wrench set back there. That's not too great either. And the carpet I was supposed to lay on. Well, I guess we're redoing that. So, welcome back to the tripod, folks, where you get to see just how stupid I am in real time. For what is this, round 3 of try not to fuck up and break the truck. Okay, I got the carpet. That's good. How'd we do with the wrench set? How did we do? Aside from the fact that on the way back I nearly ran over the oil and the oil can and almost ran over the wrench set again because it was right underneath the front tire. That doesn't look too bad. Turns out plastic's pretty durable. And of course I'm not gonna fuck the wrenches up because metal versus rubber. I think metal ones. All right, let's try that again without fucking up. Learn my lesson. We're gonna pull the carpet out this time, and then we're gonna go with the flow. Carpet is out. Wheel ramps are well, let me pull the truck forward a bit. How many times can I fuck this up? An 18-year-old and what's possibly a 2,500 pound or more truck. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, I like that a lot better. Wheels are straight. This is the kind of stuff they don't show on YouTube. They show you all the successes and none of the failures and none of the learning. And I'm just here trying to show you what my idiotic but very real and very learning life is all about. This is how we learn, by trying and doing and failing and just seeing what the hell happens next. I think that might be the last time we have to do that. Let's try to push the truck again, shall we? Left to right is worse than before. What's going on with that? That's just the suspension. And forward to back. Again, parking brake on, in park, engine off. I'm not that dumb. The good thing is though that it's only run for about 5 minutes in total probably. Might need a bit more warm up, but at this point the engine oil should have like flowed well, but it's not too terribly hot. I might warm it up for another 5 minutes and or let it cool off for another 5 minutes though. We'll just figure it out. Okay, back to carpet and doing what like I've actually seen my dad do before. And where, you know, maybe I won't fuck that up. Considering how well this oil changes went, I'm real confident about doing these shocks. Get underneath the truck, you piece of carpet. Yeah, that's about right. Okay. Now, oil filter, catch can, oil, meat, wrench, and truck. That goes in there, and that, oh shit. God damn it. Well, we have more of those, and I'm not moving that truck again. By the way, old like sheets make great rags. Just so you know. Just don't go using your grandma's Egyptian cotton whenever you need to do an oil change. All right, up underneath the truck. And if it falls, will smush me pretty good. All right. Where is the engine oil? I think it might be that one. Might be. Why is this camera zoomed so far out? Zoom in or zoom out, please. Zoom in. Nope. Okay. That's just what you got. So we got rear end. Like over there. That's a really bad camera position. Sorry about that. And got bracketry, trans mount. I think the oil's there. Unless that's transmission fluid. Oh no. No. That right there is oil. That's got to be oil. That's transmission fluid. That has got to be oil. Because there's oil on the bottom of it. First of all, it's got that copper crush gasket that I've seen in YouTube videos. And it's more like pan shape. Can you see that? Pan shape. There we go. Catch pan. So, oily finger, a carpet, clean that off, and let's grab Senior elephant snout. Senior elephant snout. Meet oil plug. Oh. Take that out. Okay. Now, what size wrench do you need fit that bolt? we got Craftsman. Yeah, a standard American, but certainly no Snap-on. But really, if you're going to Snap-on for wrenches, you need to be spending your money elsewhere. I think wrenches are pretty universal. Not like ratchets and, I don't know, screwdrivers or something. But wrenches, really? I take that back. I would go for a serious set of Weehaw wrenches. Or Wera? Okay, it's loose. Let's try not to get oil all over myself. Sleeve, you're gonna get rolled up. Okay. Nope. Wrench. Oh, you know what? It didn't come loose. It just like stripped. Okay, that's great. That side. Shit. Man, that's tight. That's what happens when my dad does the oil change. He's a 300-pound gorilla, as they say. Oh, no. That's gonna round that off pretty good. That was 15 millimeter. And we got 13 millimeter. Where the fuck is the 14 millimeter? I know it's not metric. It's standard. But I got metric. Because my dad has an Audi. Okay, I'm gonna be back because I gotta go find the right side. Okay, so that was kind of a pain in the ass to get out from underneath the truck, but nothing I can't deal with. There it is, amongst the empire of dirt, or pile of shit, as some might say. By the way, I really don't intend, even though the fact that I put my LinkedIn in the description might suggest that this is going to be professional, it's really not. I'm going to curse like a sailor. Because, frankly, it just makes life go down easier sometimes. Back at this again. Okay. Oil pan. Meet your doom. Because, man oh man, it's not wrenches. It's a ratchet set. But it is gonna have to make do. Now, if only I can find the right size. I'm just guessing. And I'm looking through a camera. So I got no fucking idea. Where you can't see what the you're doing through a camera for shit. Okay. Well, would you look at that? 14. Focus, you fuck. It's not gonna focus. 14 millimeter. That's the wrench I needed earlier. Standard hole. Standard ratchet. Sorry for the shitty video quality. I am kind of underneath a car. Or truck. Whatever the... Are we using standard methodology? Sayings. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck. I need to work out or something. Okay, that's officially loose now. That catch can. Yep, okay. There, and try not to get oil on the camera. Let out the schmoo. Oh, Jesus. Yep. Greasy fucking hand. Ugh. Schmoo be gone. What a godforsaken mess. Oh, fuck.
Well, that's what we got carpet for. Glug, glug, glug. Chug, chug, chug. Oh, you know what? That would be better if I, shit, one hand. God damn it. Okay, you guys are getting put down for 1 second. That would be better if I opened the air release over there, so it can get air and oil. Shit, you learn. So far, this has been a story of not, well, I don't know, trial and error, to say the least, and a goddamned mess. I'm gonna clean my hand and be back in a second, so, bye. Okay, hand is kind of clean, side of catch can's kind of clean. We're dripping oil. I'm so glad I chose a dirty job to be the first real video. Can you focus on that? Nope. Okay. To be the first dirty job. How did I put my phone and brand new camera here, sir? This was a brilliant idea. Like, what could possibly go wrong? Ugh. Fortunately, for the shocks, I think most of that's going to be time-lapse, and that'll be better. That'll just make my day. Okay. Drip, 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 but drippity drip. Do, 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 do. This is boring as fuck. I'll be back. Here's what I've learned. Where is it? That shit will drip forever. It's been at least 5 minutes, and it's still dripping. So I think it's good. I'm just gonna plug it back up. There we go. You're done. And I will thoroughly tighten that up again after I clean my hand and clean this and maybe clean this shit. And I think there might be an oil leak somewhere else, considering how much schmoo is on the entire underside of this truck. But the oil's never run low on it, so probably not a big deal. I don't know. I'll be back in a few. I cleaned off the schmoo. I cleaned up my hand. We're gonna change the ratchet to the other position. This is a shitty ass ratchet. We're gonna brace for impact. Click. Okay. That is officially torqued to A1 grade spec. You want to torque it again? Let's go. Click. Okay. Now, I gotta find the oil filter. Where the hell is the oil filter on this truck? 'Cause I don't see it. Is it up top? Is it sideways? Where is it? I really don't want to stick my head in that. Goodbye, Mr. Schmoo Bucket, at least temporarily. Hello, Mr. Blanket, which is also covered in schmoo. But I can get the side not so covered in schmoo to put my head on. Okay. Oil filter, oil filter. Where is the oil filter? It doesn't look like it's up underneath. At least it's not super obvious. Oh yeah, by the way, got into a front end collision, and now that that bottom radiator hose is a little. Can you see? Can you see that, folks? Is a little kinked, but I haven't had an issue with it. It hasn't overheated or anything. It's still about 2 water hoses thick, so I guess it's okay. Yay, learning to drive. Front end collision. For those of you who don't know, as I wiggle my way out of here, I got my driver's license the summer after I graduated from high school, which was last summer. Like a week before, I had to start daily commuting to college. So that was fun for the first little while. I mean, that was fine. I could drive, all that stuff, but my hands messed up again. Great. I wasn't prepared for big ass heavy truck, especially, you know, the truck used to have 500 pounds of stuff in the back. In the rain. That I wasn't ready for that, especially going down hills in the rain. So yeah, I ran into the back of 2 cars. One of them was a momentous occasion involving lots of momentum. Haha. Shut up. In that this was down an off-ramp on the interstate, and for some reason that day traffic was backed all the way up the off-ramp, so I was going like 65 or more, I don't know, but going slightly faster than I should have been, and then went to, you know, go brake on the off-ramp like I normally do, but it was filled up and it was slick because of rain. So I hit a car and that car hit another car. That was fun. I'm not going to do that again. Learn my lesson. So, what was I doing? Oil filter. Let's pop the hood. And maybe it'll go the first time this time. Unlike last time when it took 2 tries. Holy shit, it worked. Alright, I learned my lesson. I'm going to put you guys back down, sorry, for just 1 second as I deal with that latch right there. Alright, I'm back. Truck's open. Let's put you on the tripod. I think we can use a tripod for this one. Let's see what we can do here. And tripod, go up. And well, I don't know. I don't think my tripod's tall enough. So I don't know. But you can go there. Dum-de-dum. I really don't have any intentions of like editing all this out. Let's go on the other side. I think the lighting's better on this side. Yeah, look at that shit. Backlighting versus front lighting versus all this nonsense. I'm not gonna edit this out because this is really me learning how to use a camera, aka my cell phone, on a tripod to make vlogs or blogs or whatever the hell this is on the fly. So I gotta figure out where the oil filter is. And I really don't know. Like, I see a couple things which look kind of sort of like an oil filter, but I know it's not the oil filter. And I know I need to replace the oil filter. And I don't really have the manual for this truck either. I could call my dad, but I want to figure this shit out on my own. Where the hell is the oil filter? Like, really? Okay. I'm gonna edit the video out, or break the video. I'll be back. Yeah, I'll be back. I found the oil filter, but it's one of those kind of, oh fuck, why? Like, why would you do this to me moments? Because the oil filter was on the bottom, in fact. But it is, you see that little white can right there? Let me see if I can, oh shit, the mic's in the way. Nope. How am I gonna do this? Okay, you can kind of see it. That the white can back there, that's the oil filter. But it's kind of blocked off by the wheel and the wheel well, maybe some suspension members. I don't know. All I know is it's not easy to get to. So this is gonna be fun. Oh, fuck me. Okay, I'm gonna assess the situation and be back. I've figured out I'm gonna go in through the wheel well. That's gonna be fun. That's just gonna be brilliant. Let's get the camera gear adjusted, shall we? Let's get you guys the angle that you want. Yep. Tripod, action, something. This is both the best and worst video production quality that I've done yet. Mainly because I'm actually using a tripod and a microphone. But also because I don't know what in God's name I'm actually doing with them. Like, how does one do videography? But I told you, you're gonna get the honest truth of me learning how to do this. And you stick with me long enough, I swear to whatever deity you believe in, I will become better at it. If there's one thing I can do, it is figure shit out and get better at it. Alright. There's the blocking and such for the La Camera de Wheel Well. But I gotta take that apart. So let's grab a screwdriver. The piston resistance. The flathead screwdriver. Okay. And let's just start taking this apart. I think I just pulled those clips out. I'm pretty sure. I don't want to break nothing, but I was tasked with getting the job done, so. Yeah, you can still see. Okay. Yep, I broke that one. Okay. There's almost assuredly an auto mechanic somewhere watching for some stupid reason. I don't know why. Who's absolutely cringing right now. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to have a clip puller to do this. I don't have one of those. So I'm trying to not screw it up with a flathead. I hope my big head is not blocking the view. Okay, that was better. So the trick is just pull on it. No screwdriver. Just pull on it. Nope. Maybe not. I don't know. I think it's gonna break no matter what I do. Okay. Well. Yep, you can kind of see that. More angle to the dangle. Uh-huh. Yes, you can see that. There you go. That in there, my friends, is the oil filter I have to get out. This is gonna be fun. I think, let's hope it's finger tight, but I'm suspecting, based off the other one, that I'm gonna need a wrench. Let's Oh, that's way too greasy for me to even possibly get a hold of. Wow, that is real gross. Real fucking nasty. I don't know what the hell was leaking on that. Oh, I got lucky. Okay, that's coming off. That was finger tight. Let's get the catch pan up underneath there, shall we? All right. Insert the catch pan underneath. Where is the filter? The filter is right. Where's the filter? My God. Why would you do this to me? Oh, shit. Yep, it's me. Hi, folks. I'm trying to find where the oil filter is going to drip out underneath so I can put the catch pan there. Proving a little difficult. I may have to come back. Boop. Okay, here's the thing. The oil filter's there. I think what is the starter motor is right underneath it. So, anyway, there's at least a whole bunch of other junk underneath it that any oil that's in there is going to hit on its way down to the catch pan. So I put the catch pan in the best location I know, or I could figure out. But here's to hoping there's not really any oil in the oil filter, I guess. Because it's just going to get on whatever is underneath there. Let's deal with this mess. Okay. That was obviously full of oil. And as I suspected, there's about 3 different streams of oil kind of just dripping into the pan. So that obviously means it's coming out of one hole and running along a bunch of different stuff underneath there. So I was right. I did the best I could. I don't know. Let's go get the new oil filter and see what happens. I left it underneath the truck. Okay. New oil filter. It's a Purolator 1, supposedly good for 10,000 miles, but I think we do 5,000 mile oil changes, so that's all good. Unless, I think he might have given me synthetic, so he may want me to do it every 10,000 miles now. I don't know. So let's go back to this. We got catch pan full of oil. and we got a new filter. So this seal right here is dry. We got to fill that, or just rub some old oil on it so it seals better, and also so it's easier to get off with our hands the next time. So we're gonna get the oil, dirty, nasty old oil. Now I'm just gonna, actually, the oil filter is a perfect place because that's gonna be clean oil instead of have dirt and stuff that's in the pan. And I'm just gonna rub my finger along the rubber gasket. And that should get it nice and lubed up, as it were. Now I'm also told that you're supposed to fill these up with oil, so that way your engine doesn't run dry on oil when it first starts up. Let me push this catch pan back there, where that little tiny drip stream is. I'm gonna fill this like part of the way up. I don't think I can fill it all the way up because of like it's in there at an angle, but I'm gonna do the best I can and just let the engine prime the oil itself. I don't know. My hand, kind of clean, once again, woohoo. I highly recommend you probably do this with gloves if you're gonna do this. I thought about it, I didn't, that was a mistake. And then also, I'm definitely gonna be thoroughly washing my hands with like that orange shop soap stuff afterwards, because oil is kind of carcinogenic. We got our brand new Castrol GTX. Let me get that in a better view. Welcome to the better view. The lighting is still completely shit, but Castrol GTX 10W40, high mileage, synthetic blend. Yeah, okay. And he got the 10,000 mile filter, so he's gonna want me to do the oil change next time at 10,000 miles. And for my daily schedule of driving about 35 maybe miles a day, that should be plenty for a long while. So let's crack it. Oh, shit. Get that bit of label out. Can you still see all this? There. And I'm just gonna load it up with a teeny tiny bit of oil. So there's still about okay. So you can see there's still about a quarter of the filter inside empty, which is kind of what I want because I don't want too much to run out when I try and put it in there. I'm gonna run a rag around here just to get all this excess around the top off. Wow, and actually that's soaking down a lot. So my guess there is that the paper is soaking up a lot of oil, not just filling up. So I'm actually going to add a bit more. My goal is just to have a little bit on the inside missing, so that way it doesn't like run out. But I do want it to be kind of primed, so the engine doesn't run dry. Let me get this rag back here. And I'm just gonna soak up this oil that's kind of around the top right there. And obviously I want to use the clean side of the rag because I, at this moment, don't know enough about auto mechanics to know which side is clean and which side is supposed to be dirty. My best guess is that dirty goes in the middle in this main hole and clean goes out the outside, but I could be completely wrong about that. So I just want to use the clean part of the rag and not get any dirt in there, because whichever side is clean, I don't want dirt on that side. Seal. I'm gonna fill it up just a bit more. And now I think we got there. I'm dripping oil on the ground. Can you tell that I haven't done this before? I think you can. I think it should be pretty easy to tell. Alright, so now I'm a lot more comfortable with that. It's still soaking in a little bit, but there's about that much of my finger of empty cavity in the middle, and the rest is filled up. So actually, let me just a tiny bit more. There we go. Shit. That was actually just a bad idea. Anyway, just about that much of my finger empty. Now let's try and get this on, as slippery as it may be, into the receptacle. All right, got my eye on the prize. Let me see if I can't get that in there. God, that's slippery. Okay, it's on. So that's as finger tight as I can get with slip hands, or slippery. Let me degrease my hands. Fortunately, it's clean oil this time, and not that dirty, nasty, used up oil. It's still got the catch pan underneath to catch whatever drips there might have been. We're just gonna get that oil filter and surrounding area nice and clean, and get it as tight as we can with our hand. Okay, just gonna clean off everything in there. All right, and now, unless I'm stupid, our oil filter's done. Got trash. Put the lid back on the oil. And now we can fill up the oil. I'll be back in a minute to show you that. Alright, so we're back, and this time with paper towels, because apparently I wasn't smart enough to think of these beforehand. I mean, the cloth rag works just fine, but paper towels come in pretty handy when it comes to oily messes. Apparently. I didn't think of that one. Alright, we got oil, we got a little funnel. This is just a cutoff, a little, I guess, 150 milliliter container. probably of some additive or maybe fuel mixture for a chainsaw or something. So let's get in here and see what this looks like. You know what? This isn't gonna work. So I'll be back, and I'm gonna actually put the tripod on top of the engine so you can get a look down in that hole right there. We're back. It's kind of jankily on top of the engine. So let's go ahead and fill this thing up with oil. So our oil hole or oil fill hole's right there. Let's go ahead and stick that in there. Got a cap right there. Now I don't really know exactly how much to put in here, but there's a little over 4.5 quarts left. I'm gonna throw 4 in it because I think that's probably the minimum it wants. And then I'm gonna put it on the ground where it's level and check the oil level. If you check the oil level when it's up in the air on an angle, you can get a false reading on the dipstick. So let's just go ahead and slowly pour this in. From what I hear, you can get better control if you tilt it at an angle, but I don't really have that luxury in this case, I don't think. I'm just gonna have to go slow and try and figure out how to pour this in here easily and nicely. I think oh shit, that's not gonna work. And that was a brilliant spill of oil on top of the engine, which I'm sure is gonna smell real nice over the coming weeks as that off gases. Okay, I adjusted the catch pan so we are not dripping oil on the ground. I'm highly debating trying to find a better funnel. How am I gonna do this? This is just a bad idea all around. There we go. That's gonna work. I just have to hold that steady is the issue. Like over and undershoot is not okay. Considering the fact that I've spilled a little bit, I might just put it all in there. Alright. I'm just gonna let that sit there for a minute and drip in. And then we'll do what we said. Put it on the ground, check the oil level. This has certainly been a clusterfuck. I'm gonna admit that right now. Alright, we're empty on the big can. Oil's like pretty cheap, so we can always get more if we need it, but if we need more, that means that I spilled a significant amount of oil on the engine, which is not how you're supposed to do an oil change, as it turns out. Despite what you may have seen with the meme of the poor woman who really didn't know what she was doing, just like dumping oil on top of her nice Audi engine. Yeah, that's not what you're supposed to do. It may have been Mercedes. I don't know. The point is, the woman was dumb, not how good the car was. Alright. Paper towel time. Cleaning the hands, and then all this mess, so. Oil filter cap. You know what I just realized? There's a frayed wire right there. That's not the best thing in the world. While I'm here, yeah, okay. Mice didn't eat through the gas hose again. That's good. But flammable oil, that's at least gonna smoke at a minimum when the engine gets hot. On top of the engine, that's a real good idea. I'm gonna try and attack this problem from the bottom as well. So I'm gonna be back in a minute, in a hot second. Alright, I'll be back in 1 sec. That's just gonna drip for a while. Like a long while. I really don't know what to do about having spilled that much oil. Obviously it's lubrication, so it can't be bad unless it catches on fire. And I don't think it's gonna catch on fire because it's designed to literally run in the combustion chamber of the engine. So I think we're good. I think it just might smell real bad if it smolders. Like, engine gets hot, it starts to kind of evaporate off, gets sucked up in the air filter kind of thing, to where I have to deal with the smell in the cabin. And if anything, that's just Darwinism at its finest, if it's a problem. And it's just a good lesson at its worst, I guess. I don't know. Either way, something positive is going to come out of that, and it's not a complete loss. So I'm just cleaning up all this extra oil I can. And I'm gonna make sure to not leave my paper towels in there, because those will catch on fire. I know that's a certainty. But not too much I can do about this. Also, it's not like I poured the whole can in there. Alright, I am now gonna back it up off the ramps, check the oil level, and let it run for a little while to make sure it doesn't have any problems. I think it's good. Maybe I'm wrong. So right now I'm just pulling everything out from underneath the truck because I learned that lesson the first time. And as much as you guys might like to come along for the ride on top of the engine, no is the short answer. By the way, sorry you're actually still staring at an engine even though I'm talking to you. Would you like to see my lovely face again? I think you might. Hello, lovely face. All right, let's get you back to a tripod and watch my calamity unfold as we, oops, truck wasn't in frame, as we get it off those ramps. Let's get going, shall we? By the way, I think the shocks are going to have to wait till another video because they're almost certainly going to be more difficult than a goddamn oil change. And I really don't want to deal with it right now. It's a nice day. I'd rather go ride my bicycle or putt around on the internet. So that's a project for tomorrow. I am on spring break, so I've got a whole week to do all kinds of neat shit, and you almost certainly will be getting some videos over that time period, but the shocks are gonna have to wait. Let's fire it up and God save the Queen. I don't know, this is almost certainly gonna be problematic. So, it got just a little bit of time to circulate the oil. It's still not quite on level, but it's better than it was on ramps. Let's check the oil level and see what it looks like. God damn it. This is why I gotta replace the hood. Round 3.
6. There we go. Whoever had to coin the phrase 6 time is the charm, man, I feel bad for you as much as this sucks. Alright. There's the dipstick. Let's get the calibrated paper towel of science. Out the dipstick we go. We wipe it off. Into the hole. And we are at high, so we are good. Normally you'd want it between like low and high. You don't really want to go over high, but considering the age of the truck, it'll probably burn some oil in 10,000 miles. And the fact that we are just barely sitting above high doesn't concern me. For those of you who care to know, this truck does have 230,000 miles on it. It'll be 240 by the time this oil change is done. So, well, 245 actually, I think. But I think that was a successful oil change. So, if anything, what I'm going to do is run it for about 10 minutes and check it again, and then I'll know that we're good. So, we're about 5 minutes into a 10-minute warm-up. I just want to bring it up to temp and then check the oil again. I don't know if you can see it. It is smoking just a little bit over in there. As I expected, it's kind of that oil that I dripped on top of the engine, off-gassing as it comes up to temp. At about 10 minutes, I'll shut it down and check the oil. And then whatever oil is left that needs to off-gas, that'll just happen when I'm driving it on the highway. Things to note, further projects with this truck involve trying to get the grill back. You can see the grill's missing, it's just the radiator. I want to put the grill back on. Obviously we need to replace the hood. We've got that missing light right there. That's got to get fixed. I want to clean it up more. There's a dent in one of the fenders I want to try and knock out. And then just general mechanic stuff, like it needs new shocks. It needs to get its steering checked out. It's probably fine. I just want to do it as a general maintenance thing. The ABS light is on. That needs to get fixed. And a couple other things. Those are all be coming up in vlogs in the near future. You may be able to see that engine smoke a little bit better now. Okay, we're coming up on just a minute left of the 10-minute warm-up. As you can see, it's really starting to off-gas now that it's up to temp. So I might just let it idle for a while to really try and get some of that off. I don't know, we'll find out. But let's get a good look at this engine. I'm just gonna give it revs slightly above idle, you know, 3,000 to 4,500 to really bring it up, make sure it's all nice and happy before I shut it off. So here you go. Alright, it's almost
assuredly had enough time to circulate the oil. Let's go ahead, give it one last oil check. Bring you back out. Let's see how we did. Again, wipe the dipstick, stick it back in. And it looks like we are good to go. All right, I'm just gonna leave the hood open. I thought about closing it to let some of that smoke that you might still be able to see in this corner evaporate off. But that was a successful oil change. I'll continue to watch for drips out the bottom over the coming days. But anyway, bring you back out for a closing. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you are mad enough or crazy enough to actually watch this all the way through to the end, Jesus, even after editing, it'll still probably be a half-hour video. You can expect more crazy projects, although this wasn't really that crazy, over the coming days, and just daily blogs of what I'm doing. Well, somebody's having a problem. But yep, thank you for watching. Have a good day. This has been an Axis 6 production. Oh, fire truck. Yeah, this has been a Axis 6 Productions video, whatever. So it's a Life of Alex blog. Alright, you guys, so I know I forgot to include me putting the water/rain guards and the wheel wells back on and documenting, you know, what mileage we serviced it at. Rest assured it happened. I'm not a hack. I just forgot to film it, so it's not going to be in the video. Realized that when I was editing. That's all I've got. Have a good day. Peace.